Hello beautiful people, welcome back again. So this video is the second part of the tutorial for the making of this dress you're seeing on your screen. In the first part, which has already been posted, I shared the pattern drafting and cutting tutorial, and I'll be finishing up here with the sewing tutorial. So this is an off-shoulder bustier dress with gathered design around, and is a combination of Ankara and plain fabric. I made use of crepe in this case. So please do well to watch this video to the end, like, share and subscribe, and let's get started. So I have my pieces already cut out here, so please do well to make reference to the previous videos so that you can follow up from here. So those are my back pieces, and here are the front pieces. I have the cup pieces here for the bust area. I also went on to cut out lining for it as well, and this is the body of the front part. So I'm just going to place this aside so I can start sewing the cups together. So I'll open it up this way, I'll place the center piece right there, and I'll place the side pieces right beside it. I'm going to place them right sides facing, and I'll sew along the side. So before I sew it, I'll iron hairstay on the wrong side of this fabric, and then I'm also going to sew the lining the same way, but I won't be ironing hairstay on the lining piece. So this is it after joining the pieces of the cups together. As you can see, I ironed hairstay on the main fabric and not on the lining, so I've joined it on the side. Now I'll go on to give it a very good press. I'll open it up this way, and I'll go on to iron it on the wrong side. So I'm going to open up this seam right here, this center seam I have here, and I'll just iron it flat. Make sure it is open flat. I'll also iron the lining as well the same way, so you can make use of your bust hand so that you can iron it properly. And after ironing, this is what I have right here. Now I did the same thing for the lining as well, like I said, and I'm going to attach it to the main fabric. So I cut out lining for the body of the front piece as well. I didn't cut out lining for the back pieces because I didn't want to use a normal regular lining for it, and I was out of fabric. Now to attach the cup with the main body of the front piece, I'll place them right sides together like so, and I'm going to sew along the edge with about 0.5 inches of allowance. So I'm just going to carefully sew it all around. This part is sort of tricky, so you have to be careful when you're sewing. I'm also going to attach the lining of the cup with the lining of the main body of the front as well. So I'll sew them separately. I'll sew the lining separately, and I'll sew the main fabric separately. Now after sewing, this is what I have here, as you can see. Now I'm going to bring in the lining, which I have already attached the cups with the main body also. I'll place them right sides together, and I'll attach the lining with the main fabric along the top. So I'll make a straight stitch along the top there from one armhole to the other armhole, just following the shape of the bust area there. And this is it after sewing it. Now I'll go on to just make some notches all around so that I can turn it over to the right side. After turning it over and ironing it, I'll go on to attach the cups, and to do that I'll just open up the fabric this way, and then I'll be attaching the cups to the main fabric and not to the lining. You can attach to the lining, but here I'm going to attach it to the main fabric. So around the bust area, I'm just going to try to get the midpoint of this cup. So folding it this way and just using my pencil to mark the middle, I'm going to attach it to the middle of the bust area. So where I have that seam, where I have the joining on the bust area of the Ankara fabric, that's where I'm going to be attaching the cup. So I'll just place it this way, and I'll be making use of my hand needle to sew it. So I'm just going to sew the cup to the allowance on the Ankara fabric. So that's 0.5 inches of allowance I have on the Ankara fabric. That's where I'm going to tack the cup to. So using my hand needle and thread, I'll just sew it to the allowance. So I'm tacking it to the allowance because I don't want the thread to show on the right side. You know, this is the main fabric of the front piece. This is not the lining piece. If I was sewing this on the lining piece, I don't really mind for my thread to show on the outside because it's the lining, right? So I'm just going to tack this to the allowance so it doesn't show on the outside. And this is it after I was done. Any method you use to attach your cups to your outfit, please do also use that. Now I'm going to use this hemming gum to iron on the top of this bust area, just so that it can lay flat. The lining can just lay flat inside the main fabric. And this is it after ironing it. Turning it over to the right side, it looks really nice. Now I'll just place the front aside so we can work on the back. So the back is less complicated. So I'll first start by attaching the zipper to the center back, and before I attach it, I'll come down from the top by about 0.5 inches, and I'll sew the zip to about 7 inches below the waistline, and then I'll close up the rest of the opening. So this is it after attaching the zip and closing the rest of the center back. Now, I mentioned earlier that I did not cut out lining for the back, but I still have to turn in the top part of this back piece. You can use a bias to do that, but I'm going to be using a very short interfacing to just turn the neckline of the back. Let me just call it the neckline. So I've just opened up the zip and I've placed the interfacing right sides with the main back piece, and I'll sew from the zip to the top, just straight up and straight down into the zipper allowance, as you can see here. And I'll trim off all the excesses here. I'll also trim off a little of the allowance here so I can turn it over. And then by the time I turn it over, the zip is sort of fully enclosed around the top part. That's till where the interfacing stops. The zip is fully enclosed. You can see it here on the wrong side. It makes it look really neat. And now I'm done with that, I'll also make use of a hemming gum to secure the interfacing with the main fabric, just to make it lay flat around the top there. And I'm done with that. Now I'll go on to reduce a little from this top part. So this is an off-shoulder dress and I'm trying to avoid gaping at the top back. So I'm going to measure from the center back to the side 7 inches. I'm going to mark 7 inches there and I'm going to curve it into the armhole. So just into this little armhole I have here, I've just taken off about 1 inch or 1.5 inches from the top back. So this helps a lot to reduce excess fabric at the top back. I noticed that it's always wider by the time I'm done sewing an off-shoulder dress. So I like to just make it 7 inches and take off some inches. So I hope you understand. Now I'm going to attach the back with the front right sides together. I'll place it this way and I'll sew the sides with 1.5 inches of allowance. So that's the allowance I added when I was cutting it out. I'm going to sew it on both sides with 1.5 inches of allowance. Now I'm done sewing up the sides, the next thing to do is to make the path for the gathers. So just to make the design where the gathers is going to follow, I'm going to start from the right side of the waistline. Now from there I'm going to curve to the left side. Now you can decide to make yours to go any side. You can start from the left or from the right, but here I started from the right side. And now on the left side from the waistline I marked down 10 inches. So I'm going to curve from the waistline of the right side down to the hip line. Let's just call that the hip line. So just 10 inches below the waistline. Please just pay attention to what I am doing. If you don't understand what I am saying, please, thank you. So I'm just going to continue from that hip line, that 10 inches below the waistline. I'll continue straight into the back. So at the back as well, I'll measure 10 inches below the waistline on both sides, on the right side and on the left side, 10 inches below the waistline, and the back is going to be straight. So you can decide to take the back to the waistline. It just depends on how you want to make your design, freestyle with it. But for this particular style, the back, I made the back straight, so I just continued 10 inches below the waistline behind as well. So it just went straight this way, and then to the front again I'm going to go back to 10 inches below the waistline on this right side. You know, I started exactly on the waistline on this right side, but now coming back after turning all around, I came back to 10 inches below the waistline on the right side, and it goes straight to the left side where I have the 10 inches below the waistline mark. Now just to easily put, you just mark down 10 inches from the waistline in front and behind. You draw a straight line across just to indicate the 10 inches, and then in front you mark from the waistline on the right side and make a curve to meet the 10 inches below the waistline on the left side. I think that's the easiest way I can explain this. Now I'm going on to cut out the fabric for the gathers. I'm making use of Ankara for that. I cut it out with a length of 14 inches, including the allowance to hem the lower part and also the allowance to attach it to the plain fabric. So you can go on to sew a gather stitch at the top so it will be easier for you to attach to the main dress, but I went on to just use my hand to make mini pleats while I was sewing because this fabric is really long. So here I've just finished hemming the lower part by folding it twice on itself. I also sewed the side as well. Now to sew them together, I'll place the right side of the Ankara fabric on the right side of the black fabric. Now you can see the Ankara is facing upwards, so that by the time I'm done sewing, the raw edge of the Ankara is on the inside. It's not going to be facing upwards. I hope you understand what I mean. So I'm just going to follow the curve I have made there with my chalk, starting from the waistline on the right side, down to the left side right there, and then all around the back. You can see I've already attached it, and then back to the front again. After sewing this first step, it was already looking like a full dress. Also, please do well to overlock the ends of your fabric before making the gathers. So in case I didn't mention, the entire width of these gathers I made here is about 66 inches multiplied by 2. So I measured the entire lines I chalked, and then it measured 66 inches, so I multiplied that by 2, and that's what I used to cut out the width of the Ankara fabric. Now the next step of gathers is going to be attached to the ends of the black fabric, that is around the knee area, and the length is going to be about 24 inches, because 24 inches is what is going to make up for my full length of 60 inches. So I'm just going to cut it out with 26 inches, that is including 2 inches of allowance. Now to cut out the width, I'll measure the entire circumference of this knee area, and it is about 35 inches. So I'll multiply 35 inches by 2, which gives about 70 inches, and that's the amount I'll be cutting out for the fabric to gather around the knee area. Now placing my fabric here, remember that the length is 24 inches plus an additional 2 inches for sewing allowance to hem the lower part and to also attach to the main dress. Now first of all, hem the lower ends, and I'll sew the 2 open edges together like a circle before I attach it to the knee area. So this is it here. After doing that, I've attached it. See how nice it's looking. When I turn it over to the wrong side, you can see I attached it to the very edge of the knee area. And now the next thing, the last thing to do, is to cut out the sleeves. So the sleeve is going to be a very small sleeve. I've placed my fabric here on a fold. Now since I'm going to be attaching elastic to the top and lower part of the sleeve, the wideness of the sleeve just depends on how puffy you want the sleeve to be. So placing my fabric on a fold right sides together, I'm going to keep a width of 10 inches. That is how wide I want the sleeve to be before attaching my elastic, and I'll add an allowance of 1 inch. So take note that this fabric is placed on a fold before taking all these measurements. Now from the top, I'm going to mark down the length of the sleeve, which I want to be 6 inches, and then I'm going to add 2 inches for allowance because I'm going to be folding this in to have some channels for the elastic. So I'm just marking out a length of 8 inches right there. I'm going to also draw out a starting line because the top of this fabric is not straight. Now from the top, I'll mark down 1 inch, and this 1 inch is the allowance for the elastic channel at the top. Remember, I added 2 inches of allowance to the lower part, so 1 inch is going up, and then the other 1 inch is going to be for the elastic channel at the lower part. So bringing in the dress, I'm just going to use this to curve out the little armhole I have there. I'll just mark that out and draw out the curve. Also note that the allowance for this elastic channel at the top is not included in this armhole curve. So I just drew a straight line at the top there on the elastic allowance, as you can see. I also came in by 1 inch for the sewing allowance on this side. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cut everything out. I'm not shaping any other thing for this sleeve. So I'll just cut from the lower part, the side, the top, and then the little armhole curve there. Now I'll proceed to cut out a second sleeve. So just placing the first one on another folded fabric, I'm just going to cut it out the same way. After doing that, I'll go on to fold in the allowance I kept at the top and also 1 inch of allowance at the lower part. I'm just going to fold it in twice, making sure I have a space of 0.5 inches where my elastic can pass through. So I'll do that to the top. I'll also do that to the lower part for the 2 separate sleeves. Now I'm done making the channels for the elastic band. I've gone on to cut out elastic band pieces for the top and the lower part of the 2 separate sleeves. So just cut it with a length that will be comfortable for you when you put it on, something that is not too tight. So I'm going to use my safety pin to pass the elastic through the channel. So I'll just put my safety pin this way, and I'm just going to pass it through to the other open edge. After passing the elastic bands through all the channels, I'll place the sleeve right sides facing this way, and then I'll go on to sew along the edge. So from the armhole straight down, I'm using 1 inch, and then I'll turn it over to the right side so that I can attach it to the main dress. I'm bringing back our dress. I'll open up the armhole of the dress and I'm going to place the armhole of the sleeve right sides with the armhole of the dress. So making sure that the midpoints are aligned together, I'm just going to sew from the little armhole curl from the back straight to the front. So I'll make a straight stitch along this point this way with about 0.5 inches of allowance. So I'll pin that down there and I'll sew a straight stitch along that part. And then I'll do the same thing for this other sleeve as well. I'll open up the armhole and place it with the armhole of the sleeve and I'll sew a straight stitch across there. And after doing that, this is how it's looking. Our dress is fully ready now and it came out looking so nice. I really love the outcome and I really hope you get to try it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video up to this point. I'm really grateful that you stayed till the end of this video. Please do well to like this video, share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And this is how beautiful the dress came out looking on me. Also, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section and I'll be happy to respond. Thank you so much for watching once again. I hope to see you in my next tutorial. Bye for now.